Welcome back. This video is going to be a little different. Instead of me commenting on what I'm doing while painting, I thought I'd share with you the story behind Sober Joe Collective and how it became the alias that I use today. Hope you enjoy this. The name Sober Joe was made up by a friend of mine just when I started my second tattoo shop. I had a shop already in my hometown called Queen's Tattoo. We were 5 guys working there at the time, so the shop was pretty much self-reliant. I ski a lot, so I often went to see some friends living in a popular ski resort here in Sweden. After a visit, one of my friends called me and said he knew a guy who had a location up there where I could set up shop. After talking on the phone with this guy, who later became a good friend of mine, everything sounded great. The space was not too big, actually it turned out to be too small on some occasions, but it was an affordable rent and really close to the town center. My plan was to keep the shop at home and work at both locations. 2 weeks at home and 1 week in the mountains. Great. This plan turned out to be very tedious, and also the reason I decided to close the shop at the ski resort 2 years later. Driving for 5-6 hours each week hauling all my supplies wasn't for me. But when I was all set up at the shop at the ski resort, one of the girls in the same building, creating really nice looking caps and accessories, asked me what the shop would be called. I hadn't thought of it before, so I told her I was gonna think about it. I knew I wasn't gonna call it Queen's Tattoo, as this shop was gonna be more of a private shop for locals only. So this is where the story gets interesting, and the information I'm about to tell you might seem strange to some, but here we go. In fact, I ain't sober. I love drinking beer. Not so much that you can consider me an alcoholic, more of a passionate drinker of ice-cold lager. But anyway, a few people have reached out to me in hopes that I can give them some advice on how to be sober or to stay on the path. I have a great respect for those who realize that they have or have had a problem with alcohol and that they choose to become sober. So for those of you who might feel cheated on by seeing me as a sober companion, I'm truly sorry, but I have the full respect for you. So me and my friend were sitting at the bar, drinking beers, sharing ideas on what I was gonna name the newly opened shop. My friend suddenly told me, "You know guys who call themselves Skinny Jim or Fat Tony while they're in fact the opposite? You should definitely call the shop Sober Joe." We laughed and had a blast that night, but the name stuck, so I ran with it for 2 years. When I finally decided to close the shop, the name Sober Joe's got unused. After the shop closed, I still visited my friends for some holiday fun, but every time I went up there, I could see snowboarders writing my stickers on their boards. I didn't miss tattooing up there, but I missed the name Sober Joe. When I, a few years later, started this YouTube channel, I finally got the use for the name again. I remodeled the name from Sober Joe's to Sober Joe Collective, as I wanted it to be a place for every flash painter out there searching for inspiration and knowledge, and not just for me personally. So now you know the story behind the name Sober Joe Collective. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to keep sharing stories in my videos while I paint. Hope you enjoyed this video, but if you feel offended or cheated on in any way, I'm truly sorry. I want Sober Joe Collective to be a place where everyone interested in flash painting can find inspiration and maybe learn something new while they are here. So please share this with others on Instagram and tag me in it so I can give you a shout out or just say thank you. Until next time, bye.